They say silence has a voice. But what happens when death itself begins to speak? Before we begin, click the subscribe button because the story you're about to hear will change how you look at life and death forever. And as you watch, let us know where you're re-watching from. This message is for every soul that still draws breath. It begins not in a graveyard, not in a battlefield, but in the quiet heartbeat of a man who thought tomorrow was guaranteed. He had plans, meetings, calls, money to make. And then, suddenly, everything stopped. The sound of the world faded, and from the silence, a voice rose, cold, ancient, and unyielding. "So, you finally hear me now?" He turned, but there was no one. Only the weight of his own heartbeat echoing in a void he couldn't escape. "You ignored me every day," the voice said. "I was there when you scrolled past reminders of your end. I stood beside your bed each night waiting." That was when he realized it wasn't an angel. It wasn't a demon. It was death itself. Death continued, its tone calm yet terrifying. "You lived like the world was yours. You chased shadows and called them treasures. You feared poverty, not the grave. You prepared for everything, except me." Tears fell from eyes that could no longer blink. He tried to speak, but no voice came out. And death whispered, "Do you remember when they told you, every soul shall taste death?" You thought it was a quote, but it was a promise. Then death grew silent again, and the man felt time stretch endlessly. He saw the moments he laughed at warnings, the nights he mocked prayer, and every opportunity he had to change, now gone. "You feared losing your wealth," death said, "but you lost yourself instead. You feared people's judgment, but forgot the one who will judge all." Suddenly, the man saw light, faint, distant, like the final crack of dawn. But before he could move toward it, the voice of death thundered one last time. "Your story ends here, but for those still breathing, their story is still being written." And with that, silence returned. The world moved on, and someone, somewhere, right now, is hearing this story and still has a chance to change their ending. If you're hearing this, you are still alive. Don't wait for death to speak to you, because when it finally does, it won't be a warning. It will be the end. So, before you scroll away, click subscribe, and let's remind the world that the last light still shines before the final darkness.